Hey guys, Evacso here. Today I got world-class difficulty realistic sliders. So I've got two sets, so the longer halves and the shorter halves, two different sets. They both work on default game speed and slow pace. So these sliders are only for world-class difficulty, and I've already uploaded the new legendary difficulty sliders for both sets, so the longer halves and the shorter halves. Next video will be ultimate difficulty. These sliders also only work for classic matches and career mode matches, just normal manager career mode matches. So let's get in the sliders. My first set, the 10-minute halves. You can also use them for 8 to 9-minute halves. Now my camera, got broadcast camera. You change the custom camera settings to custom, height 0, zoom 0, far side focus on 5, and ball tracking speed on 0. Now before I get into the sliders, please like and subscribe. I'm pushing for 4K, so every subscriber helps. Thank you very much. Let's get into it. So for the user sliders, I've got sprint speed at 5, acceleration at 47, so I've changed that a little bit. Shot area at 66, so I've increased that a bit. So the most of the differences are shooting, passing, and the run frequency. Those are the biggest changes. So pass area, I think that's the exact same at 57. Shot speed at 44, pass speed at 46, so I've increased that a little bit. Injury frequency at 60, severity at 30, goal capability at 50. So the marking is still at 78, which is usually very high, but for some reason the world class difficulty sliders seem to be a little bit different, especially from the legendary, because I think the legendary's only got like 70 marking. So I don't know what's up with the world class. It is very different to like other years. But yeah, let's just continue. Run frequency at 16, line height at 55, line length at 32. So I've lowered that a little bit, just again to stop goals coming through. Line width at 51, full back position at 40, power bar at 55, and now I've got the first touch control error at 70. Into the CPU sliders. So sprint speed, they've got it at 7, so that's 2 extra sprint speed and 1 extra acceleration at 48. Shot error, I've lowered this down a fair bit, so their shot error is now 70, pass error at 68, shot speed at 35, pass speed at 42, injury frequency at 60, severity at 30, goal capability at 50. I've lowered their marking a little bit. I think they had marking at 70 or 71 or something. So I've lowered that down to 67. Run frequency, so this is the biggest difference. I've taken them both down by about 4 or 5. So run frequency at 15, line height at 52, line length at 37, so I've increased that a little bit. Try to get the passes going a little bit more in the midfield. Line width at 51, full back positioning at 40. I've got their first touch control error also on 70. So those are the sliders for the 10-minute halves. Let's get into the second slider set. So for the shorter half sliders, I've got these working at 4 minutes all the way to the 7-minute halves. Definitely not at 3 minutes. And I've been testing them mostly on 5-minute halves, so they're very good on 5-minute halves. That is for sure. Difficulty level, obviously world class, and again, game speed is good on default and also on slow pace. So into the sliders. So I've got sprint speed at 5, acceleration at 47, shot error at 62, pass error at 54, shot speed at 45, so I've increased that a little bit just so that you can actually score some long shots too in short games. Pass speed at 48, injury frequency at 60, severity at 30, goal capability at 50, marking at 68, so I've lowered that a little bit. Because I have the marking at 78 on the longer half sliders, 68 is a bit of a struggle to defend, but it's the only way for the other team to score some more goals. So run frequency at 35, line height at 55, line length at 40, line width at 53, full back positioning at 40, power bar at 55. I've got the first touch control error at 65. Into the CPU sliders. So sprint speed at 6, acceleration at 48. So I've lowered the sprint speeds for both slider sets a lot and increased the acceleration just by 1 or 2, just the defense to be a little bit better, but lowered the marking. So that's sort of where it sort of balances. I've lowered the marking to increase the speeds. Shot error at 67, pass error at 62, shot speed at 38. I've increased the pass speed by a little bit too. Injury frequency at 60, severity at 30, goal capability at 50, marking at 63, run frequency at 35, so I've increased that a fair bit. So the CPUs can make some more runs and score a few more goals in the shorter game sliders. Line height at 55, line length at 48, line width at 53, full back positioning at 40, and their first touch control error is also on 70. So once you've tested these sliders, please leave a comment I'd like to know how these sliders work for you guys. Even if it's a few months late, I'd always like to know, especially when the sliders need updating. When it sort of hits that 3rd to 4th month, it usually needs updating. So make sure you comment down once you test these sliders. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys later.